Supercross is one of the most exciting sports to watch off-road when it comes to two-wheeled action. So we thought we'd come here today to Red Hill to try and recreate some of that action too. We've got e-bikes, we've got a load of mates and a crazy track. Welcome to the EMBN Supercross Invitational. Right, so here we are at the start of the Supercross track. Let's go take a look. Woo. So this is the BMX pump track section, doubles, step downs, you name it. So as they come out the four-cross section, it's into these two flat turns, over the stall wall, and into some big moguls, something straight out of Anaheim Supercross. And then the last berms into the final jump. So as we land the finish jump, we're into the tyre slalom. We have two sets of tyres here. It's designed to bring the riders together before the climb happens. You can take the first set or the second set. Once we exit the tyre slalom, it is into the skinny bridge. Now this is designed to give you a little bit of speed into the wood chip moguls or the wood chip pump track. These things are horrible, it's all soft, and you're going to be all over the place here, so we should see some action here too. Then we're going to ride up this jump trail backwards over the tabletops into Donkey Kong's finger. So this is Donkey Kong's finger, probably something you'd struggle to get over if you found it out on the trail. This could see some chainring action and possibly some over the bars. And then we're into this skinny little ladder. It's got a tyre in the middle with two tyres either side. So you've got to watch your pedals whilst trying to maintain that balance. Then we're into the Z set of sleepers. Now these are spaced to try and catch the wheels out. Suspension's going to be compressed, tyres are going to be all over the place. This could be interesting, especially two up. For today's action, I've invited some of the best e-bike riders in the country right now. Check these guys out.
Harry Barrett, the newbie, Specialized Levo. Dan Wagstaff, the local, riding his Canyon Torque. Joel Anderson, the loose cannon, Specialized Levo. Freddy Pullman, the slope styler, Canyon Torque. Blake Samson for his first ride on his Canyon Torque. Chris Smith, the veteran, on his Specialized Canevo. Neil Donoghue, the racer, on his Canyon Torque. While the riders get warmed up and familiar with the track, let's take a look at the format for the day. First up, we've got qualification. One run down, and then one run back up. Fastest combined time gets pole. Race 1 starts at the top, one full lap. And then race 2 starts at the bottom, one full lap. Combined score gets you grid position for the final. The final is one run down, winner takes it all. With qualification done, that puts Joel, Neil and Freddy on the front row of the start line for race 1, followed by the rest.
3, 2, 1, go!
E-bikers, mate.
Yeah. It's cheating, honestly, it's cheating. It's not real mountain biking.
The up bit was fun that time because you kind of, the start was really good fun. The down was hard work, to be honest. I barely cleared that.
That was kind of his tyres.
Yeah.
And I think it was all about line choice right at the start. Hey, who would cut up who to get in front? Because it's like pretty single tracky all the way up this climb, and then you had nothing in our legs down the bottom. I think we've got one more race. What do you think?
One race left, yeah, just down the track this time instead of the climb, so it should be a bit more interesting. Possibly on the way down.
What did you guys think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that
The
was.
format was
Downhill,
good.
pretty much impossible. You couldn't do anything. Nothing left in your legs whatsoever.
I couldn't pull up or anything. Just hanging on, dead sailor heavy. Right, finals time. We've got the fastest two riders at the front of the grid, then we're working our way through to the riders that are the slower ones at the back, being me and Dan for the final. So this should be a good one. 3, 2, 1, go!
was that, Neil? It's hard work. Felt like I pulled for every jump.
4 cross is not for me. I nearly died literally 3 times in a row. Yeah, I can't even talk.
It was quite close, and then Chris decided to push me out off the track.
Yeah.
And wheels landed sideways, and I slid out, and then that's my race over.
What a good noise, he went past.
Yeah, trying to make some moves from the back of the pack, and it didn't pay off.
Chris, 7 riders, 7 different backgrounds, 7 different bikes. I mean, first of all, you had downhill riders, you had 4-cross riders, you had slopestyle riders. And what was really interesting, I thought, was that the first qualifying run down the hill, 2 seconds between everybody.
It's crazy, isn't it? On 7 riders, there's, you know, what was the track? About 50 seconds, something like that?
50 seconds, yeah.
2 seconds separating, pretty close.
Yeah, but then we went to the time climb, and I know you did not want to get involved in that. Because do you think bike choice and rider weight had an impact in the climb?
Yeah, I think obviously we knew Neil was going to be pretty a strong competitor at this event, and he was riding a canyon, clipped in, and he's obviously a lot lighter than us. And as we know, up climbs, that's going to make a huge difference, isn't it?
Yeah, but then we went to the first heat. So we had Joel Anderson on the Specialized and the Don on the Canyon Talk, first and second, right?
Yeah, it shows the difference in bikes, doesn't it? Obviously, you've got the Levo lightweight trail bike, and Neil was on the Talk, so that's aimed more of a gravity bike. So perhaps things would have been different if we saw Neil on a lighter bike, possibly. I don't know. On the climb, makes the difference.
But things certainly did get different as we lined up for the second heat, where we started on the bottom of the hill, started off in the corner. It was so exciting. That first corner was it was all about like motocross. Who got the whole shot, right?
It paid off. I think that was the most enjoyable heat. I think the climb first. The thing is, with the climb, you're so tired for the downhill track, and the downhill track is so demanding here as well. On an e-bike, you really need to hit every line properly, land every downslope, because you won't make the next jump. And if you lose an ounce of that flow, you're not going to make it.
What was the vibe like between the 7 of you? The Magnificent 7, should we say?
Magnificent 7.
I mean, off that start grid there, was it competitive or was it laid back? I mean,
it was super competitive. I think there's a lot of competitive people here today, but there's also that thing is, if you get taken out or you slip a pedal, you're obviously going to drop back. So there's that bit of rider sort of protection. You're thinking about where you should be. And what was crazy was the amount of riders on track. It was like riders here, there's riders up there, you're hitting jumps and there's people there. But then there's someone casing in front of you, so you're like trying to read what everyone's doing and where they're going and planning your next move.
And that comes from a national 4-cross champion. So you're saying it is, a bit more exciting than 4-cross?
I think definitely, yeah. I think the mixture of, conserving your energy as well, because like you come down the downhill track and you're absolutely knackered, but you think you've got to save some in the tank for the climb, because that's where big gains can be made.
So talking about saving energy then, we went to that second heat and the climb, and a very different result. The Don pulled a huge lead, massive lead.
I felt like I was in reverse. I think we saw Joel and Neil just simply disappearing up there, and I think, with the weight, I was on a downhill bike today as well. That's my excuse. And those guys were just smashing it up there, lightweight guys, and just simply disappearing.
And the pack changed positions as they went up the hill. It was really interesting how the story unfolded, I think. And then
I think I was third going into the climb, and then I ended up 6th or maybe last going into the downhill.
So maybe rider weight does have an impact.
Maybe, or maybe rider fitness.
But folks, I think what an amazing day. What an amazing day. And it wrapped up with a classic encounter. Straight down the hill for the finish.
Yeah, it was super cool. I think it's as close as we can get to maybe Supercross, motocross style on push bikes. But yeah, an amazing day out.
Yeah. So the Don snatched it from Joel with Freddy Pullman in third. Chris, I can't wait for the next race.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
I'm hoping to see you on the start grid, Steve. Loving that. Let us know what you think about this Supercross video. Would you like to be involved or head to a race maybe on e-bikes down a Supercross track? Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe to us here on EMBN, and we shall see you on the hill.